Good morning, and we're glad to have you watching us today. You are now watching the Cannon County Chamber Connection, and my name is Carolyn Motley, and this is always made possible by DTC, and we do appreciate them. I did wear green today in celebration of St. Patrick's Day, even though there's not a thing Irish in my bloodline. But listen, if they want to believe in little green men and everything, I'm there, so we're going to celebrate.
I like the jackpot.
Yeah, that rainbow thing's pretty good. Anyway, we do wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day for those of you who do celebrate it, and that's fine. And also spring, and of course St. Patrick's Day is on March 17th, and spring begins on March 19th, and I am so ready because I want 75 and 80-degree days to come with that spring. We've had a lot of rains, a lot of storms, and we do want to take this opportunity to tell the people that were affected by the storms this weekend, which were terrible. Putnam County and Nashville area, I mean, those people are just decimated. It just cleared out everything. And we do want to express our condolences, and I'm also sure there are groups here that will be lending assistance to those when the time comes. I think right now they're having a difficult time even letting people in because of all the damage. There's still wires down, or there was this morning on the news. But for those that lost loved ones, I can't tell you how sorry we feel about that, because you can replace things, and I know that when you walk out of whatever's left of your house and there is nothing except what you've got on, I guess you have to be grateful that you're walking and that all of your family is safe, because that wasn't so for everybody. But things can be replaced. People can't. And the reason I know things can be replaced is a tornado hit our house in 1979. It didn't, parts of the house were gone, like the wall where my bed was up against. The head of my bed was laying in the yard, and I was in that bed.
Wow.
But, you know, all of that, it took a while, but we did have some things left. I did watch the news yesterday, and they were showing this family last night, and I felt so sorry because it was the late news, or it was the 5 o'clock news, and they were in Nashville, and there was a family with 5 children, and they were out there picking up anything they could find where their house was, because nothing was left of it. It was just a stack of wood and insulation and everything. And they were just going through trying to pick out things, and they said they didn't know where they were going to stay last night with those 5 children. And I thought, oh my gosh, somebody give them a number to call. Surely there's someone out there. And I think there is help out there if you can get a hold of them. I think if you need assistance, if you call 211, they can tell you where to call to get it. But it's just stories like that that I think, oh my gosh, you just can't imagine that. But we know that all of these areas will rebuild, and golly, we wish them the best of luck, because that's terrible to happen. Okay, let me see. We do have guests here today, and I'm going to start out with these 2 ladies. And they are with Plainview Baptist Church, and every year they have an event. Well, they have several events throughout the year, but in the spring they have their ladies' convention and some other things that they're going to tell you about. And we have Deborah and Margie here from Plainview Baptist Church. Deborah, you want to go with it?
Well, yes, good morning. Thank you. Yes, first off, let me just start out on March the 14th. We're going to do our chili and soup supper. And this proceeds, we don't charge, a donation is made and goes to the shipping cost of the Operation Christmas Child. Because we do each year send out over 200 more shoe boxes, and it's like $9 a box to ship those. So there's a cost to it. So we do a few things during the year to just, to collect money to send those boxes out. So that'll be on March the 14th. So come out to the church out at Plainview and join us from 5 to 7:30, okay?
There you go. And
All
that's
right.
donation. And if
Yes.
those of you who haven't heard of the Christmas Child program, that my granddaughter helped in that last year pack for that. And it's a big event.
Yes, yes.
And goes everywhere.
All over the world.
Yeah.
Well, we had just an opportunity to go to Atlanta to one of the centers to go through the boxes to see, and that was awesome. I could sit here and tell you about that all day, but we'll not.
I'd have to tell her, no, we got other guests.
But anyway, then one of our other things that's coming up that we do every year, and that is our Spring Ladies Conference for 2020. And the name of it is God Restores and Renews the Brokenhearted. We have two ladies that are coming this year. It's Ann Davenport and Carolyn Outland. And I've got to meet these ladies. They're awesome ladies. They do several mission trips. Margie here has done some trips with them. And they've got books. They have written, I think it is 3 books. I've been reading one here, and it's based on the 23rd Psalms. And a lot of it is just the trips that they've taken and how their shepherd, which is God, has been with them each and every time. So these ladies are awesome. Y'all ladies come. We have lunch usually at 12. Then we do a lot of door prizes and gifts. We have a lot of fun and fellowship there. So, Miss Margie, anything you want to add to that?
I'm just saying, it won't be a dull, dry, boring presentation because these girls are a couple of clowns.
You gotta have a clown.
They have a very good sense of humor, and they put that into this. Just by the title, you can tell, Achy Breaky Heart, okay,
Yeah.
for a religious event. So they're going to talk about how women's hearts are broken so many times, and how we break other people's hearts, and how we break God's heart, and how to renew and restore those hearts. So I think you will really enjoy just being there and hearing what they have to say.
Yes.
And how they present it to you. Yes, I do know Carolyn pretty well. She and I became acquaintances when I attended Bel Air Baptist back when I lived in Murfreesboro in the 80s. And we went on some mission trips together, and she's an outstanding lady. And God has really put these two ladies to work. They have a mission in Miramar. I think I'm saying that correctly. But they started out small, just going to to dig a well, and to fund that. And it has grown, and I think they have now, their ministry has dug 14 wells, built a school, and built a church. So they're very active, very involved in the ministry of that country.
Yes, and I know in one of in the book here that I've been reading, they tried to smuggle Bibles into Iran. And they were almost arrested, but the Lord was with them. He was going to see that those Bibles got in there. So, yes, so they're two great ladies. So, ladies, come out and join us on the 28th of March. We start at 9:30. And it says 2, but hey, you know what? If we're having fun, we'll take it to 3, 4, or 5, whatever. Okay, so come and join us. And then one more thing. We are doing an Easter play in a musical. The name of it is Magdalene's Path to Resurrection, and we're doing it on Sunday night, April the 3rd. We've got down here April the 5th at 6 p.m. and then Easter Sunday morning at 10:30. So if you can, come and join us. It'll be a great play and a musical.
Now, for your convention that or your Ladies' Day, that's for any denomination,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
It's
yes, anybody would love to come, yes.
Yeah, we've invited people all around the county and
yes.
outside the county.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, oh yes, oh yes.
We don't check your ID.
No, we don't. No IDs checked.
You don't have to have a star on your driver's license.
No.
And also, teenagers would enjoy it. If these ladies want to bring their teenagers, I think they
Yes.
would get a lot from it too.
Oh, well, that would be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, that's just, you can go have a fun time and
Girls
you
Day
might
out.
even learn something.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Girls Day
Whether
out.
you want to or not.
Like I said, we always have fun. We do. We always put a lot of laughter and fun into it and fellowship, because that's what, that's what
what
God
brings
wants us.
people
Yes.
back, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, tell them when your services are on Sundays or when you have your services at your church and where it's located.
Plainview Baptist Church is located on Jim Cummins Highway. We start Sunday school at 9:30, and worship service starts at 10:30. And then also on Sunday night, we have 6 o'clock service. And we also have things for our youth and for our children. We have youth and children's department, and they're usually very busy. And then on Wednesday night, we start at 7 p.m.
Okay, to sum this up, March 14th is their chili and soup supper, and that's to help Operation Christmas Child. And then your convention is the 28th,
28th,
right, of March. And that starts at 9 a.m.
9:30.
9:30, I'm sorry. I can't read either. And then Magdalene's Path to Resurrection, and that is going to be April 5th at 6 p.m. and also Easter Sunday at 10:30. Are y'all going to have an Easter egg hunt?
Yes.
Yes.
I knew they were. They hadn't told me that, but I knew it was in
I know
there.
our pastor was telling us not to, he's always reminding us, we have 78 ministries at our church.
Wow.
78 ministries.
He
that
is
we
not
do.
one to let us sit still.
Yes, we do not sit still.
Brother Jonathan Womack is our pastor.
Yes,
Young
yes.
man who's just full of energy.
He is. He's dedicated to the Lord. Will preach the word. He's just, he's awesome.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I've learned this the hard way. The future of your church is in your children.
That's true.
Yes.
So if you want your church to continue, then you encourage and make it where your kids want to go to church.
That's right.
And that takes involvement
Yes.
with them. So if an Easter egg hunt's what we do, I'm sure you can find a bunny somewhere.
Well, our teenagers are going to the Youth Evangelism Conference in Nashville. Is it this week?
Yes, I believe it's this. No, it's next week. It's the 13th. They're going on the 13th, March the 13th. Is when they're going to the YEC conference in Nashville.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, usually we have a group of 30 or more that usually goes.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Hey, it's great to have 30 teenagers
You're right.
You're right. You're right.
that are
Right.
coming to church. It is.
That's true. Yes.
All right, ladies. I've enjoyed having you again.
Thank you.
I'll probably see you on the radio tomorrow.
Okay. I've got 2 young men coming down to aggravate you.
Oh, well, give me their names because I didn't have these names right.
That's Russell Vance.
Oh, Russell was there last year,
Yes,
wasn't he?
and Terry Regan. Yes, they're going to be there kind of talking shop with you about Operation Christmas Child and some of the other events going on. So yes,
They can talk shop with me if they want to.
they love your feeding.
I'll talk about it, whether I know anything about it or not, so it'll be okay. All right, ladies,
Thank you
we
so
thank
much.
you
Well,
for
thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you so
And
much.
good luck on all of
Yes,
this.
thank you.
Come
Thank
join
you.
us, Carolyn.
Yes, come join us. Y'all ladies come join us.
All
Thank you.
right, well, I don't know if Brenda will make the trip back down here or not. Freddie, you can just come over here, and Brenda, we're going to start with you. And I also have with me Brenda Cannon, and she is with Motlow College.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Thank you for inviting me. This has been so much fun. I love everything that's relaxed and laid back. I'm delighted to be here. Motlow College, for those of you who are unaware, is celebrating its 50th year anniversary. We have tons of activities. We're touching every community that we serve, and that's 11 counties. And we invite you to be a part of it. But I want to share something. I just want to talk about the college a little bit and a few of the initiatives that we're doing this year and an event that we're hosting 2 weeks from now, that we are inviting all Cannon Countyans to attend. In 1969, the college opened with 551 students. 50 years later, we have just under 7,000 students. We opened in Moore County, Tennessee, and 50 years later, we're in Moore County, McMinnville, Smyrna, which is our only urban location, and Smyrna is bursting at the seams, one of the fastest growing communities in the United States. So Smyrna has done us well and will continue to do, as well as our other counties. We have a location in Fayetteville, and we have a teaching site in Sparta. Through all of these locations, we continue to be one Motlow. Each center, each campus serves the local flavor of that community. The beauty of a community college is that it is community. And if we are not in touch and connected with the community, then we're not an effective college. We can only survive with the support of the community. And Cannon County, among others, have been just soldiers, troopers for Motlow, and we are so appreciative. One of the initiatives that we spearheaded this fall and continuing through spring is 50 Stories, 50 Stops. We have been reading in elementary schools. The goal is to read in 50 elementary schools. We have been in 40 thus far, and this will go through May. The initiative will. We read to third graders, and we've been in every county, and we're so excited about that. And it's just an all call. We toss out an email and say, this is where we're going next week. If you have time, meet us, sign up. And it's amazing the responses we've gotten across the campus community. Faculty read, the president reads, support staff reads, admin reads. It is so much fun, and trust me, it is the de-escalating point of the day. Children receive you. And it is just so much fun. So 50 Stories, 50 Stops is our signature bellwether this year. That's my opinion. But another initiative, we have been partnering with chambers, and we're hosting on Thursday, March 26th, a joint chamber function, Warren County, Cannon County. We will host a chamber function 5 to 6:30. We invite all of you to attend. The activity will be in Warren County at the new Automated Robotics Center. If you have not been to the new center, come. It is fascinating. OMG is fascinating. The robots are so much fun, and we're going to do some programs this summer to involve children at the lower grades so they can touch, feel, play with robots, and hopefully whet that palate that they want to pursue.
Hey, I think that might be kind of fun.
Come on over.
I may want to touch and play with those robots too.
But that's one of the things we're doing. Among many. In May, we will graduate our 50th class. We will have we have over 1,000 intents. We have more grads than that, but these are the people who said, I want to walk. We have outgrown our facility, and last year we moved our graduation to the campus of MTSU. That's going to be our base going forward, just to see and feel the institution come together with all of our faculty, all of our administrators, and over 1,000 grads walk down that aisle, and 8,000 people in that stadium. It gives us the greatest sense of pride.
And you never know, a basketball game might break out.
But it's so rewarding. our job is to educate, prepare people for the workforce, and to help people understand the need to give back to the community. If we fail in any of those areas, then we have failed as a community college. Community colleges touch and feel each student who walks into that door because the need is different and we must respond to that. We move the needle, folks. We move the needle. The community college is the door to your foundation for future successes. We have success story after success story after success story. And if you walk down any street in Cannon County, go to Cannon County High School, you'll find some success there that started at Motlow College. We appreciate everything this county, this community does to support us. We invite you to be a part of everything we do. And all we can say is thank you.
Does Motlow still have a nursing program?
Oh, we do. It's the bellwether.
Big time.
It continues to be the bellwether, and we have expanded that program. And you know, the nursing field is there's a shortage.
There
So
sure
you
is.
just find people. We're always making it better, trying to find a way to serve more students. Yes, we do have a nursing program. We have a program on the Moore County campus, one in McMinnville, and Smyrna has their program as well. One program, 3 locations, of course. And we've even expanded that to allied health, and we have an EMT program, and we have medical lab technician, MLT.
Okay.
We have those programs. We are constantly looking at the needs of communities. Healthcare is one of our primary customers to see what we can do to fill the voids that they need and to help our communities stay abreast. Just as you were talking about churches having kids, folks, we must keep our children at home to the best of our ability. We can educate them. They have to have good jobs to come back to.
Right.
And Motlow College is a part of that good job, okay? It is. Technical schools and community colleges are now your bellwethers. They really, really are. Of course, I'm a university grad twice. I love every minute of it. But when I went to school X number of years ago, community colleges and technical education was not on the radar that it is today. And with the new governor and new initiatives across the state, all of us must come together because the dichotomy of people that we serve has to be met. I used to recruit. And I know you want me to hush.
No,
but
I don't.
I used to recruit for the institution, and I told students then and I tell students now, when you need heart surgery, you want a surgeon. But when your plumbing is mixed up, you need a plumber.
Right.
2 different professions, okay? 2 different skill sets.
That's right.
Never minimize either one.
No.
Because all of it is necessary. All of it is necessary.
You need a plumber. You do need a plumber.
When you need a plumber, you need a plumber. You don't need a heart surgeon. And when you need a heart surgeon, you don't need a plumber, okay? So all of this makes us who we are. And Carolyn was speaking about the devastation that went through our neighboring communities just 2 nights ago. My president said, I'm helping with the cleanup today because he's over in that area. And I said that you have to model what you want your people to be.
You do.
You must model what you want your people to be. Our hearts go out. We have students. Got a text this morning. Student lost everything, and we have multiple students on that end, McMinnville over that way. that have lost several things, their homes, their everything, and the institution is responding to those needs. And I said to the president this morning, if that does not help us put life into perspective, then we need to check ourselves.
That's
We
right.
need to check ourselves, because it didn't happen at your house this time, but it could be your house the next time. It really could be. So that's another characteristic of a community college. We know that we must respond to the needs of the community. And that's what we're here for. We love the partnership with the high school, with the school system here, and the people who embrace us, and we embrace them. And we appreciate the chamber. We want you to come to this function. It will be fun, fun, fun. You might win a door prize, but you'll get to play with robots. You'll see a lot of folks, and I might even read your story.
Well, there you go. What more can you ask for?
What
Come
more
on.
can you ask for? Come see us. We are your community college. Whatever your needs are, ask us and let us see if we cannot help meet those needs. That is our purpose and our goal. Our mission in life is to empower and enrich our students and the communities we serve. And you are our community.
Got to have civic pride. You got to teach the people that are coming into the world that you have to be a part of the community.
That's right.
That you live in, and even some that you don't live in.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess I've always been one of those, I love this community, you know, and I like talking about it, promoting it and everything. But yeah, sometimes you just need people that'll go out and pick up trash. You know, hey, that's all part of it.
That's true. That is true.
You take pride in it. And the same way with our technical colleges and our community colleges, there's areas where you can go, you will make a good living. Nursing is one of them. You can about write your own ticket right
That's
now.
true. That is so true.
You know, but they're gonna need plumbers and electricians and all the other things that a community college offers. So don't count them out when you're looking to the future, because not everybody is gonna go to a four-year college. They're not. They're, you know, for whatever reason. So, but this is something where you will be able to go to and make a good living from it. So yeah, I'm a firm believer in community colleges. I am.
So am I.
Okay,
So
I can tell.
So am I.
So am I.
And of course, Freddy is the director of Cannon County Schools. And just a moment, you're going to get to hear his version.
Can I say something about Motlow, though?
Sure, sure.
And Miss Brenda and I have talked, as well as the president of Motlow, numerous times. And they are certainly a partner in this community. When I look at what we're doing with TN Promise, and I know they were inundated, I guess is the best word for to say, with the amount of students that y'all received when Tennessee Promise came about.
We were.
And they worked with us, and we continue to work with us. And a good part of our students from Cannon County attend the Motlow campus at McMinnville or even at the campus
I
at
knew they
Tullahoma. And so we have partnered with them multiple opportunities. And we appreciate that. And you was talking about the nursing program. Is our new CNA program at Cannon County High School is designed to go right into, from the CNA program, right into an RN program or an LPN program at Motlow. So it is designed to do that, and they help partner with us in helping us design to do that. So let me just tell you, Motlow is a fantastic, we've got a teacher training program that they have a program there that they work with Tennessee Tech together. So that, you know, and teachers that we would love to grow our own. That's the big buzzword right now.
Right.
Within the State Department of Education is growing our own, because not only is there a nursing shortage, there's a teacher shortage.
That's right.
And so we are comrades in that endeavor to say that we need them and they need us. And so it's a great collegial relationship that we have with Motlow.
I have known that there was a coalition there between the two, but I didn't want to say that in case things had changed.
No, things are better.
No, things will never change.
They're better than they're ever been, aren't they? Miss Brenda?
You never know, so I thought, well, I don't want anybody on the
We've had a
spot.
great meeting. We had a breakfast meeting with the president of Motlow back a few months ago, and he has just been so cordial to us. And all of the Motlow staff have been very, very good. They've had growing pains, but
Yes.
we've all had growing pains. I
that's
mean,
right.
I don't have more growing pains here in Cannon County, but they have worked through those and really, really helped us. Our Guidance program is I think they've got a hotline between them and the McMinnville campus, because you were exactly right. Some of our students aren't going to go into four-year colleges, but the Tennessee Promise has enabled
I think that's
our
great.
students to go pretty well free. There are some expenses, but they're pretty well free for our students to get them and get their basics, and then they can decide if they want to further their education beyond the associate's degree.
And many of them do.
Oh, yeah, many of them do, right.
They will go to 2 years, and then they will go on to something else.
My son, I have 4 sons, and one of my sons decided that he wanted to go the community college route, and he did so. And he went through part of the computer program that Motlow had that fed into the Management Information Systems program at Tennessee Tech. He graduated from Tennessee Tech and now is working with Hospital Corporations of America as a website designer.
Right.
Wonderful.
And so Motlow is a success story in my own family, where he got what he needed, his basics, there at Motlow, and then went directly because of the great relationship that Motlow College has with Tennessee Tech University, and moved right on there. Not a flaw one with that. So I'm appreciative of that, not only as the director of schools, but as a parent.
Right.
That situation was pretty well flawless. Plus, Motlow is coming to our campus here at the Cannon County High School in our dual enrollment program. Their personnel are coming in and freeing our Cannon County teachers up, so they come in and they teach particularly English and English language arts, and so that fulfills the English language arts requirement as part of the extra post-secondary requirements, the EPSOs that we're required with the state, gives our kids opportunity to get college credit.
Right.
So that when they graduate, I got the great opportunity. I get excited about this. Great opportunity
Told you, didn't I?
to pass to give not only a Cannon County high school diploma last year to a young lady, but also get to give her on behalf of your president, who was busy doing other diplomas somewhere.
Right.
But I get to give her a Motlow associate's degree as well. And now another success story, Miss Brenda. She is now in the pharmacy program at the University of Kentucky.
Wow, that's
So I'm not a Kentucky fan, but I am now because.
But we are
because-
fans of success.
Absolutely,
Yes.
and so now she is in the pre-pharmacy program at University of Kentucky and doing very, very well. It's a very great success story, all because of the partnership between Cannon County Schools and Motlow.
We love partnerships. We cannot survive without partnerships. Community colleges, the premise is partnerships, people. And we partner. Thank you for sharing those things. Tennessee Promise is the most aggressive, progressive thing that has happened in the state of Tennessee
I agree.
forever. And Reconnect, we talked about traditional students coming out of high school, but also a part of that Drive to 55 was the Reconnect program, and that's for adults. And we're having tremendous success with that as well. Adults get to come back to school. They are returning because they didn't quite finish, so they are returning and they are graduating. And when you achieve success, it just makes you stand stronger, straighter. You feel better about yourself, and that's what life is about. The more empowered you are, the more you can empower other folks. And you find yourselves wanting to give back.
Right.
Because you know the value in it. So Reconnect has been great for us. Tennessee Promise continues as a leader. I've been a mentor since the beginning of Promise. Are you a mentor?
I am a mentor.
Okay. You are
Absolutely.
a
She's trying to put me on the spot.
No, I'm just asking.
No, I am absolutely a mentor, and that's why I brought up Tennessee Promise, is
Okay.
because TN Promise is to me an exceptional program. Wish it was around when I was.
Yeah.
And that's for especially some other sons too, my 4 sons too, that my only one to receive it was my youngest son. And but one thing I'd like to say too is that Motlow's success is our success.
That's right.
And our success is Motlow's
success.
success.
That's true.
So it's like I say, great partnership, and we want to continue. We want to expand it, Ms. Brenda.
Okay,
We'd
let's go.
We'd love to expand. Let's talk some
Go.
more.
The words of my president, let's go. When do we want to meet again? We'll schedule that today.
Absolutely. Let's go. Let's go.
We'll
I agree
schedule
with
that today. And you
Well-
were instrumental in helping us get that meeting scheduled. You remember that? I called
Yes,
you.
I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. And we appreciate all of that. We really, really do. We don't take partnerships and friendships lightly. We know the value of partnerships. We know that we cannot do it without you. It's just that simple. And we hope you can't do it without us.
Well, look, I'm telling you, if you want to go into a career that is unlimited right now, and that's nursing,
Right.
they do need them. My granddaughter just graduated. She's already working at St. Thomas in Murfreesboro. And I never understood why she wanted to work in the emergency, but she does. And, I think nurses are like teachers. I don't think you become a nurse. I think only certain people can do these jobs.
I'll agree. I'll agree with that.
Because
It's a calling.
because I cannot handle, well, if you're gonna vomit, I'm gonna vomit, let's put it that way.
I'll agree with that because my oldest sister is a Motlow grad nursing program, exceptional, and I have a son, and I never learned to take a temperature. That's not what I do. But at the same time, my oldest sister couldn't sit here with y'all either.
Right.
So I mean, everybody has
We
their
all have
own-
callings.
Yeah,
We do.
we all have callings. And let me say something about my son because we're talking about children. Of course, I'm a university grad, Tennessee State University undergrad. Absolutely loved it. Tiger all the way. It's part of what we did in our family. If you were going to college, you were going to TSU. It was understood. Okay?
No options.
No options. Is there another? Absolutely not. Okay.
I understand. Miss Annie Cox, who was a legend in Cannon County, TSU grad, or
Yes.
Tennessee A&I back in the day,
Right, yeah.
but TSU all the
You
way.
got
So
it. Yeah, you understand
I feel it.
When my son was in high school, we started looking at schools, okay? And I looked at everything except Motlow College, and I will never forget this. One day, before we left the house going to school, he said, "Mama, would you be disappointed if I go to Motlow?" And that was like a ton of bricks. I worked at Motlow. Those people gave me a check every month, but I didn't work, okay? But it was like, "You want to go to a community college?" And he said, "I want to start there." And it was like the light bulb came on. Where you begin is so not where you end,
Right.
if you have any about you. He went to Motlow College, did well. My son's a minister. And then he left there and went to American Baptist, and he left there and he went to Fisk and got Fisk University and got his teaching credentials, and then he went to TSU and got a graduate degree, and for several years he was bivocational. He taught in Metro school system, and he
I can relate.
was a preacher as well, and just over the last 3 years he left the classroom and he's a full-time pastor. But he says those were the greatest experiences in his life, and he got his beginning at Motlow State Community College. And he absolutely loved all of the college. He was not the greatest academician in the world, and that changed as he got older. Boys have a rough time sometimes just getting on board. Did any of your boys have a...
Tell me about
Yeah,
it. Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
they have a tougher time just getting on board. But he touts Motlow as
youngest.
his foundation, okay?
Right.
His foundation, and it worked for him. It has worked for thousands on top
Absolutely.
of thousands on top of thousands of people, okay? And it can work for you if you give us that opportunity. And from that point forward, I never discounted. I never did discount it. I just thought, surely you're going to be a tiger. And it was like, no, not yet. But I finally got him to get that graduate degree from a TSU.
There you go. Yes, ma'am.
You got a tiger whether you liked it or not.
That's right. You're going to be a tiger somewhere, okay?
You know, I had a nephew, well, I still have a nephew, in Colorado that Cliff was so smart, and he went to college a long time. He'd been around the world 3 times. It got down to the point that he was taking archaeology. He was going over in countries and digging bones and doing everything, you know. And I thought, finally I told him one day, I says, you've been to college for everything. You got to pick. You got to choose something. And he was also a photographer for the Denver Broncos for I don't know how long.
Oh, wow.
And he finally ended up teaching at the college in Boulder. And as far as I know, he's still doing that. But now there was he really liked college.
Yeah.
He went to college a long time.
Yeah. College is a life-changing experience, and it should be. It really, really should be. Prior to college, people tell you who you are and what you're going to be. Once you get to college, you start figuring out who you are.
And what you're going to be.
And what you're going to be, yes. Yeah, that's the turning point for you. And if you can, I encourage everybody to be that traditional student from high school into college, because there's only a window in your life that you can do all of that crazy and still survive and be excused, okay? Past that window, it's like, the crazy has to go out the window, okay?
Time to get serious.
Yeah, you got to get serious.
on your big
That's
boy
right. You got
pants.
to get serious.
Understand.
You got to get serious. So you need to enjoy college, because college is so much more than a classroom. It's about meeting people. It's about having experiences that you'll never have in Cannon County, okay? Or Franklin County. I'm from Franklin County. Stanley Bean's my director. You know Stanley
I know
Bean?
Mr. Bean.
All right.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Stanley Bean, he's my friend too.
He's a
my
great guy,
director
great guy.
too. He is a great guy. But college is about evolving. Life is about evolving. And what you really want to do, you want to be the best you can be. The absolute best you can be. And a tad of education can help in that tremendously.
Yeah.
It really can. Yeah.
But then on the other hand, if you go to community college and you're a plumber and that's what you want to be as a plumber, then so be it.
It works. It
Because
works.
life takes over.
That's
You know,
right.
there's a time when you get married, you have kids, you know, so you got to pick something. got to do
But
something.
one of those things too that we're doing and partnering with Motlow is these early post-secondary opportunities.
Right.
And that gives them a taste.
Yeah, it does.
And it gives them an opportunity to earn those college credits early on. We've got some classes as a freshman, AP classes that they can earn college credit and move forward. And by the sophomore year or two, you've already got other
And
college
see, I
credits.
think that's great too.
And so,
do.
like I say, and it's we start planning that. Even now in the seventh and eighth grade,
That's right.
and you think, I don't know what I wanted to be. I'd have to think about that, what I wanted to be in seventh or eighth grade.
Right.
But students today are trying to get them on the path, whether basics is basics, whether you're going to be a
Thank
plumber
you.
or a doctor or you're going to be an attorney or whatever you want to be as a teacher, whatever you want to be, the basics are the basics, period. And you have to have those basics. And Motlow does a terrific job
That's right.
of getting the basics. I need to come work for Motlow. I think.
You do, right, or either I need to come here. Let me reiterate this. English 1010 is English 1010, whether you're taking it in Motlow or Vanderbilt, so you may as well take it at Motlow.
A lot more economical, I'll
And
put it
it's
that
a
way.
whole lot more economical, okay?
It is.
And there is a core set of classes that everybody takes. We offer that core gen ed curriculum. Just give us an opportunity to do it for you. That's all we ask, for the opportunity. And I promise you'll like us. You will like us. You really will. Because we're going to take care of you, we're going to embrace you, we're going to help you navigate. College is about learning to navigate life. That's your real first step of navigating life as an adult. You're just a young adult, and we help you in that process. And when you finish us and you go to that university, whether it's Tech, MTSU, or MIT, you are ready for the grind. And you have the confidence that you know you can do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you kind of know by that time if that's what you want
What to do, that's right. That is right. Yes, that is right.
Because you may get in there and figure out, well, maybe I don't want to be a plumber.
That's right. That is so true. That is so true.
Maybe a little bit of heart surgery. You know?
That's right.
There's a lot of
Nursing, I'll go into nursing. There's a lot in common here because you're
That is
working on
right.
plumbing there too. It's just a different kind.
I was going to say that, Carolyn, but you got me to the point there. After my heart attack last year,
that's right,
a plumber is probably I needed an internal plumber,
You need an internal plumber.
which my heart surgeon did.
That's
that.
right. That is right.
Well, Brenda, it's been a joy having you here, and you're
thank
welcome to
you.
stay, but I got to talk to Freddie now before I run out of time.
Oh, no, I'll leave.
This is great because this is
Okay.
great.
You're welcome to sit.
Okay,
You're
I'll sit
welcome
here.
to stay.
I'll sit here.
Okay. Freddie,
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning, Miss
Good
Carolyn.
morning.
How are you doing?
what did you bring us today?
I brought you a present today.
Oh, well, all right.
Okay, I brought you a poster. We're putting these up in all of our schools. In fact, I was just at the East Side today. It's part of round 2 of my visits. We do visits. I'm doing visits 4 times a year to each of our schools, and sometimes more than that. But these are intentional visits that I've been doing, and that is reminding us of our mission and vision and goals.
Good.
And our beliefs. And this poster, I credit my administrative assistant, and that's Teresa Lewis, who Teresa said, okay, let me get this poster for you. So we had a smaller version, and we had a large version. So she said, I think I'd come up with something in the middle. So she did, and I've been putting these up, and we've been having teachers, they put them up in their classroom just to remind our students and our teachers and everybody. I give one to a janitor today. He put it up in his janitor closet because all of us, it takes all of us.
That's right.
To,
Well, I'll put one up at the chamber. I'll be
so be glad, I appreciate you doing that. But it's our mission statement. Our mission statement is preparing all students for their future. And their future is Motlow or Vanderbilt or whatever, University of Tennessee or Tennessee Tech or MTSU. We've sent students, since I've been director, looking about where our students have gone, and I'm just amazed. Some desire to go in the Air Force or the Marines or the Army or the Navy, and don't forget one, the Coast Guard. We had a student in the Coast Guard right now. So I'm just saying we have students spread out all over the country now in colleges and those post-secondary opportunities that each of us has. So what is their future? And I think I can talk about this a long time, but our good job as Cannon County Schools is preparing your student who lives in Cannon County for their future. and whatever that future is. So we get them all started. Our job in the County school system is getting them on the way. And we're seeing all these things coming down with a new governor and a new commissioner of education. And their whole spotlight there is Best for All, is Ms. Penny Schwinn, our new commissioner of education. Not saying new, she's been there a year now. But I met Penny a year ago, in fact, a year ago last month. But the state is saying best for all. Well, what is their best? And that leads us to our vision statement, and that is the new E3. We had an old E3, so we kind of tweaked that a little bit, and we are engaged in excellence every single day.
Wow.
That we are wanting, and I've taught that to kindergartners. I've done it at high school graduation. And what I do, Miss Brenda, and Miss Carolyn, is I stick out my hand like this. And I say, engaged in excellence every day. Now, where are the fingers pointing? Sometimes I have to remind a kindergartner, the thumb's not the finger. Here's the fingers, the appendages. Okay, so where's the engaged in excellence every day? Where's the finger pointing?
At you.
It's pointing at you.
That's right.
And then you're promising and I tell those kindergartners, you're promising me as the director of schools that you're going to do your best every single day. And I love it because when I visit schools now, the first thing they see me, I saw me this morning at the cafeteria at Eastside School, they give me the thumbs up. I said, are you doing that? Are you doing that? One young man, I said, are you doing that? He says, well, not yet, but I'm going to. And then I asked another young man, I said, are you behaving? He says, I am right now. I am right now, but later it's another thing. But seriously, we go, and our job is to prepare, and just like Motlow's job is, our job is to prepare them for their future. And that can be from, and you look at where our kids go, where our students go, we go literally all over the country. But we also are trying to, because of the nursing shortage, because of our teacher shortage, looking at what we're doing with our CNA program. We had 5 students last year. We had a good start last year. We had 5 students who got their CNA. And, they were employed then by the nursing home or local hospital. We've got partnerships with the local hospital and with the nursing home here in Woodbury has been fantastic partnering with us. That's because they're experiencing the shortage too with those technicians, those CNAs. So, but this year we have over 15 that will be doing that. So we've tripled the amount of students in that program, and then in the CNA alone, much less our health occupations courses that we teach. And we've got 2 great nurses. They're registered nurses that are teachers there at County High School, and we did that basically off of a grant that we received, not for their salary, but for what they needed. And we have a lab set up at County High School that looks just like a hospital facility.
That's wonderful.
And the hospital gave us some equipment. We bought some equipment with the grant. We got some donated equipment, and this is that they're going to be utilized in the nursing home or at the local hospital. So those kinds of things is what we're about, is preparing them, whether they are a nurse or a teacher or whatever. But we want them to do their very best. And in doing their best, our test scores will indicate that everything we do, whatever they do, whether it's athletics or whether it's academics or whatever the genre, whether it's a club. We've got one of the finest FFA organizations in the state of Tennessee, multiple award-winning FFA program that we've received here in Cannon County. And we're looking at doing some changes there in our vocational program, working with TCAT and working with Motlow, or Tennessee College of Applied Technology, which we work with, which are again another partner in the deal that we have, the Tennessee College of Applied Technology, where your electricians and where I tell you a big thing right now is heating and air conditioning service.
Yeah.
Your air conditioning goes out, you'll know it quick, And who do you want?
Yes,
you want somebody that knows what they're doing. Well, that's where TCAT works at. But it's our partnering with organizations, whether it's a 4-year school or a TCAT or a community college, that it's all of us working together, because that same TCAT person may be doing some stuff at Motlow too, or vice versa with us. Well, we're trying to get it where we have Motlow people coming in for help with academics, but we also have we're working on a program right now where TCAP personnel will come, and even after hours, where they work with our high school students, but then we're trying to grow a program where they can work with adults who are also, where they don't have to drive to a Murfreesboro campus or Smyrna campus where the closest TCAT is, or in McMinnville.
Right.
So we've got the TCATs trying to work together because we're caught in the middle. And I don't like being in the middle. I like to be on the front burner, not the back
Wants to
burner.
be out front. No.
So we do, but that's what I'm saying with our students of being engaged in excellence every day, that we're doing those partnership programs. And our goals, let me talk about our goals. What are the goals of the Cannon County school system? Well, these are not Freddie Curtis's goals, or as William F. Curtis in the proper vernacular here.
Freddie, I shouldn't refer to you as Freddie.
No. But what Freddie Curtis's goals are for Cannon County is they're not mine. These were developed by a joint task force, literally. It was, we had a retreat, and we had it in the Michael Burke building here in town. We had it there, away from everybody. We had it catered, and they came in, and our board members and all of our supervisors and principals, and we had some also teacher representation. And we got together and said, okay, we've not touched mission and vision in 10 years. What are we going to do now? And so they developed this. It wasn't Freddie Curtis's deal. It was all of a consortium of all those folks who worked together. Let's talk about the goals. Number one goal that we have in our school system is to provide a safe and supportive learning environment.
Yeah.
It's got to be safe. Talk about the tornadoes. That's why we do tornado drills. That's why we do fire drills. But having a safe place. Why I have to call school sometimes. And that last snow caught us a little bit by surprise. We should have closed, and we had that, temperature dropped 10 degrees within an hour, and then the snow moved in from the south. Hadn't seen that, and I've been watching weather for a long time. Hadn't seen that last one, but guess what? We got our students home, didn't have a single problem. We praise the Lord for that there was no problems there, but we got them back, and then later on that day, the sun came out, and it was a beautiful day. But
I tell people all the time, you err on the side of caution.
Absolutely, and that's what y'all have to do as well.
That's right. We have to do the same
say,
thing.
and if I had to go back, I would have called it very quickly. But you have to look at conditions, and then two, we've got one of the reasons is that two, we've only got X amount of days between now and testing coming on.
Right.
And we want our students to have every opportunity they can possibly have for learning in Cannon County schools. So that's a balance, and that's one of those deals. But I want them safe, but I also want them to learn.
We got 3 minutes.
Oh, I can't do that. You'll have to give me that.
I'm gonna have to come
Okay, let me go real quick. Safe and supportive learning environment. I think you're the guy behind the camera. Give you this. I'm used to this. I'm used to this.
Are you used to this?
I am used to this, definitely. I think we know every time I come in, I can take it a whole hour. Because our second goal is to become one of the highest performing systems in the state.
Wow.
We want to be at the best. We want to be the best. We don't be at the bottom end. We don't want to be in the middle. We want to be one of the best systems in the state. And to do that, we've got to have proper funding. We've got to have the proper personnel. We've got to do that. And then thirdly, engaging families and communities as partners in the learning process. We've talked a lot today about partnerships. And we are partners. And that's what we are. We're partners together with our families who are in this community.
That's
right.
And that's what makes a great school.
Thank you.
And
it is.
As a former chairman of the board, I think you can relate to that. And then our final goal is to be fiscally, F-I-S-C-A-L, fiscally
sound
and academically transparent.
That's right.
That you want where does the funding go? Well, I can show you exactly where the funding goes, and academically transparent, so that we are having that when our students go on to those other post-secondary opportunities, they know there's integrity with a degree from Cannon County High School. And so I will close on that as this partnership that we are, that we're preparing our students for their future, we're being engaged in excellence every day, and we're doing it safely and supportive, and that we're working hard to be one of the best systems in the state with our families and communities engaged with one another.
One thing that I've got to say, a lot of times when you're dealing with education, you're not just dealing with education, because there is the money aspect of it. There is the
physical capacity.
Right, being able to take care of your schools and do the programs that you need to do and everything. And you have money coming in from different areas, federal, state, local. But many of those federal and state are allocated to a certain place. Like you can't use special education money for something else. It's got to go to that. And I think people really don't understand that a lot of times.
They don't understand it at K-12. They don't understand it at college. Okay, yeah. They think if you got a pot of money, everybody gets to spend it, and that's
But
not
usually
how-
strings are attached.
That's right.
there are.
Strings are
There are.
You
attached.
have to follow what those strings go. It's
Okay,
been great.
I've
Thank you, Ms.
enjoyed
Carolyn.
this, and we're going to have these people back. I know you want to listen to them, but we're out of time, and we appreciate you watching, and we will see you next month.